Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with another update video on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is currently compressing at a critical level, and this type of price action almost always leads to a big move, whether it's getting stuck at the $95,000 resistance, which we got stuck at last time, coming back, double topping, breaking out, or breaking back down and coming back to this trend line. So let me show you exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now and the price levels that will decide what happens next. So currently, we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and right now trading around 93,570. Obviously, this can change like throughout the course of this video. After the recent sell-off, Bitcoin has been consolidating inside of this upward sloping channel, which tells us that this is currently a corrective move, not a confirmation of a reversal. So it's very important to notice to notice the two. The key areas of support, which we have drawn since November of 2025, is this purple box between 83,000 and 91,000. This purple zone is the most important support area on the chart because as long as we stay over this and eventually break out, which it looks like we're attempting to, then you're still in a massive uptrend. And I mean, I guess you could say that we're in a super cycle and we're getting all-time highs, 139, 148,000, but we'll get to that later. Bitcoin sold off into this level, found buyers, and now has been bouncing and consolidating above it, going on the second time now. As long as Bitcoin stays above this zone, the larger bullish structure remains intact. Now, here's the key thing to understand. Bitcoin is compressing between rising support and horizontal resistance. When the price gets tight, it usually doesn't stay quiet for long. This is the exact type of structure that leads to an explosive expansion move, either to the upside or the downside. Like last time we came up, we didn't quite hit resistance. We went all the way back down. Now we're trying to attempt to break out again. So just keep that in mind. If we look at the moving averages, price is currently battling right around them. So we're actually over the 50-day and the 100-day. Sorry, we're over the 20-day and 50-day moving averages. We're attempting to break 95,000 resistance and get back over the 100-day simple moving average. This is a short-term equilibrium zone, which means that the next breakout or breakdown will most likely be very explosive and very strong. Looking at the RSI, it is sitting around the mid-range. That tells us that momentum is resetting, but it's not overheated and it's not oversold. This gives Bitcoin room to make a decisive move. So either we're going to get stuck, come back down like we did last time, or we're actually going to ride this out and break 95,000 and start heading to 103. So let's talk about the bullish and the bearish case scenarios and the upside targets. So let's talk upside first because everybody's a moon boy right now. If Bitcoin holds this support and breaks above this resistance around 95,300, this would be a bullish confirmation. The first upside target from there is going to be around $103,918. If Bitcoin breaks and holds above that level, the next major resistance zone sits between roughly 139 and 148 for all-time highs. So very important to remember. If we break this, most likely we are actually going to be in a super cycle. All-time highs are still on the table, and that would be absolutely insane. But good for everybody that held, because I'm assuming when we do get that move, obviously alts are also going to go crazy, and we're going to get moves on the altcoins like we've been waiting for, 5 years now. I've been waiting since 2021. So I'm hoping this happens. If Bitcoin, so we already said 139 to 148. This is my macro upside target. So it is only in play if Bitcoin fully resumes the bull trend. Now, the bearish case scenario is, which is unfortunately, we always have to talk about the downside. If Bitcoin loses this purple support zone with a strong daily close below it, the next downside target is around $83,000. We've already came down here, and I guess you could still argue like consolidation before a breakout, but that never happened. So if we don't break 95.3, I do think we're going to come back down and eventually break down and validate some sort of downtrend forming. $70,000 would be in play. So, if that level fails, the next major support comes around $70,000. That would confirm a deeper correction. That would actually solidify the fact that we are in a bear market, and 124 was the top, 126 was the top, and there's plenty of more downside, downside potential. Now, taking a look, and also keep in mind that on the weekly and on the Gaussian channel, if we do go back down to that area, and once we do break this area, then you are going to start printing red on the Gaussian channel. And like we mentioned in every single video, we do typically, when we go into the channel, we do bounce around for 180 days before we get some sort of breakdown and the bear market starts. Keep in mind 140 to 180. So keep in mind, we've already been in the channel for 63 days. So the reason why I'm bearish and I don't think we're going to get a breakout is because we're already in the channel, and we're already 63 days in. So we are forming some sort of bull flag, in my opinion, before the major move down and before we actually start printing red on the Gaussian channel. The reason why I use this indicator, which I saw from another YouTuber, is because it never fails. Every single time we go in this channel, it is bearish and you do print red. So every single time, there's no ifs, ands, and buts. You got the cycle, you actually stay over the channel. Once you break in the channel, 140 days later, you're capitulating and you actually put in a bottom before the next bull run starts. You're bullish, you stay over the channel, and you break into it. 140 days, 160 days, whatever it is, 170 days, you break down. You maintain this, is with the exception of the COVID crash, which I'm not counting, but obviously looking back, you could see we would have bounced from it. So we were in the channel, over it, broke down into it, and once we broke down into it, it was 175 days before we actually had a capitulation. So we're already 63 days in. So I do think we are somewhere here and here, just consolidating sideways before a deeper correction. But I out of everybody, wish that doesn't happen. So I still have hope, and maybe in this area we do still get alt season and we get some sort of revival on alts, which it looks like we're getting right now. So it is pretty exciting. But in order for us to get a true alt season, we need to see a big, we need to see price action consolidating sideways, Bitcoin dominance dropping, and Ethereum dominance increasing. So that still also hasn't happened yet, because looking at the Bitcoin dominance, you can see that we're still well over bullish territory at 58%. So the last time we really got any sort of moves on altcoins was back here in December and November of 2024. We haven't had this big capitulation yet. We had this move, but you're still over 58%, so it doesn't matter. I think the bigger move's going to happen once we do start breaking down below 54%. And that's pretty much it. If you found this Bitcoin analysis helpful, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for daily crypto updates and content and Bitcoin updates, and comment below, what do you think Bitcoin does next? Do you think we are going to get this breakout? So very important. Do you think we're going to break 95,000? Or do you think we are getting stuck right now? We're putting in a bottom. We're going to look back and say we unfortunately couldn't break 95,000 and we are in for a deeper correction. So do you think big breakout, or do you think we're going to come back down to 83,000? Please like, subscribe, comment. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will see you in the next video, and have a great day.